Hello guys, and I am Ride with Milan, and I am back. So, uh, before I start this video, I just want to say I'm so sorry for not uploading for so long. I have just been really busy lately, and if I'm being honest, the honest reason is I'm just so lazy. But anyway, let's get to the video. Hello guys, it's Ride with Milan, and yes, I've already said I'm back. So today's video is going to be about my 2024 season recap. So the date is Saturday the 14th of December, and as we all know, UK theme park season is basically over now. I had so many good memories, but I do not want to make this video too long, so I'm going to get through this. So let's start off for my first theme park trip of the 2024 season, and that was of course at Alton Towers on Nemesis Reborn's opening day. So I remember I was in school and I was in my IT class, and I was on the computer, and the Reborn video came up saying the opening date, and when it said opening on the 16th of March, I was genuinely so pumped because I've already booked to go that day. So yes, 16th of March, did Nemesis Reborn, and it was just as good as I remembered. Like, Nemesis was always my favourite roller coaster until I rode Shambhala, and I was just so happy to get around that track and back into that monster station. So yeah, that was my favourite trip of the year and my first trip of the year, but I've still got so many trips to cover on this video, so I'll get to the next one. 8 days later, on March the 24th of 2024, I was back at Alton Towers. So this time I went with my friend, and yes, he wanted to go on Nemesis Reborn, and he managed to do it, and he loves it as well. So yeah, I had an amazing day. It was just the same as any other Alton Towers day. Got on a lot of rides, closed at 6 o'clock. And yeah, that means I got to have more rides on Reborn, all of my other favourite roller coasters, including Wickerman Oblivion and Smiler. And yeah, it was just a very good day. Now, on the 28th of April 2024, of course, I went back to Alton Towers. Just with my brother, just to have a nice day out, because it was the last day before my Alton Towers annual pass ran out, so I had to buy my new one, and it's still going on until July next year. So yeah, just like a normal Alton Towers day, got on a lot of rides, got on Nemesis Reborn 6 times, which I absolutely loved. It was pretty quiet that day, got on Rita 7 times because we went to Dark Forest in the morning, and Rita Q was dead, so we just lapped it for ages, and yeah, it was a good day, and Alton Towers is my favourite theme park in the UK. Now, my fourth theme park trip of the year was not at Alton Towers this time. We managed to take a trip down to London and decided to have a day at Thorpe Park because it was my brother wanted to go for his birthday. So, yeah, it was quite a good day actually, pretty quiet. It was my highlight of that day was seeing Hyperia for the first ever time. It was actually taller than I was expecting, even though I have done Shambhala and Red Falls. But Hyperia is still tall. But anyway, after a year, it was good to get back on some of my favourite coasters, including the Swarm, Stealth, and Nemesis Inferno. Saw's alright, don't like Colossus, too rough for me. And yeah, and that was my fourth trip of the season. Now, a month and a few days later, on the 17th and 18th of June, me and my friend had a joint 2 days at Thorpe Park Resort. So, the only reason why we went on this trip basically is because we wanted to go back, obviously, but of course it was to get on the one and only Hyperia. And I will say that was my highlight of that trip and one of my favourite highlights of the year, just getting on that absolutely fantastic roller coaster. Space Goods got a lot of good airtime, but of course I still prefer Nemesis Reborn. But yeah, Hyperia's still good. Now on the theme park trip in May, Thorpe Park trip in May, it was actually really quiet. These 2 double days, it was school trip season, it was absolutely rammed. But it don't matter. We still got on a lot of rides, including 4 Swarm rides. Oh yeah, it said Stealth was not going to open on any of them days, but on the 18th, Stealth managed to open, so fantastic to the Thorpe Park staff for getting Stealth open for everyone to experience that amazing attraction. But yeah, it was still a very good day. And now on Wednesday, the 24th of July, I think, I don't know, either 23rd or 24th, I went down to Alton Towers again to film actually a vlog. So you can check that out. Like in my YouTube videos, it's called my first ever vlog, Alton Towers July 2024, and that was a visit I took. And yes, that day was for like operation and reliability. That wasn't a very good day. But anyway, it improved throughout the day and still managed to get on some of my favourite rides, including my favourite in the UK, Nemesis Reborn. And it was absolutely fan-goddamn-tastic to get on everything else after a few months of not going to Alton Towers. And yes, thank you. And then on the 11th of August, my friend, me and my friend and his cousin was nice enough to take us down to Flamingo Land for the day. And yes, although it was a busy day and the heat was it was just scalding hot, we still managed to have an amazing day, including get back on one of my favourite rides in the UK, obviously Sick. Unfortunately, Velocity didn't open, but it was still an amazing day, except for getting back on Era, because that thing I still hate. But yeah, Kamali is always running smooth as always, Mumbo Jumbo is still underrated as always, and yeah, just had an amazing day out. And now it is time for the big trip. It's time for now 7 days, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st and 22nd of August. I went back to my favourite theme park ever, PortAventura, after a surprise trip. Actually, I only got told I was going 2 days before my flight. And yes, oh my god, I could not believe I was back. It felt so unreal, genuinely. It was amazing getting back on my number one roller coaster, Shambhala. So my other favourite rides including Furious Baco, Dragon Khan, Uncharted, Hurricane Condor, and all the other ones. And also it was absolutely amazing to go back to Ferrari Land to get back on the tallest and fastest roller coaster in Europe and the tallest operating coaster in the world right now, Red Force. Genuinely, that thing is an absolute beast. But yeah, it was such good trips. Stayed in the PortAventura hotel, and yes, had still absolutely amazing. And I don't think I'll be going back for a few years, which is unfortunate. But I hope I get to go back in the future. And then on the 7th of September, after my huge trip to PortAventura, and obviously resting because I was knackered after that trip, me and my friend went back down to Alton Towers to get back on some of our favourite rides. And genuinely, after going back to PortAventura and riding the Alton Towers ride, they basically just felt like baby rides, genuinely. But anyway, Nemesis got back on Reborn as always. All the other stuff that I mentioned on all my other Alton Towers trips, including 6 rides on Nemesis Reborn, and it was the first day of Oktoberfest, actually, to be fair, so we was expecting it to be really busy, but in reality it was actually pretty quiet. And yeah, we left a bit early and still managed to get in so many rides. And then a month later, on the 20th of October, for Scarefest, obviously, we went back down to Alton Towers for the last time of the year. And I am very scared of scare mazes. Like, I do not really like them. And I did Alton Mine Tours, and I actually really enjoyed it, actually. And yeah, it was a good visit. I managed to get on all of my favourite rides, including In the Dark. So that was so good. Managed to get on Reborn once only because it was running one train and the queue was absolutely huge all day. And Alton Towers they've spent all this money though on refurbing it, but it managed to go on one train. But it doesn't matter because a few weeks later it got put back on 2 trains. So yeah, it was so good to be at this park. They had an absolutely fantastic year with everything, and I cannot wait to get back to Alton Towers in 2025. Also to give the Top Spin a try, but unfortunately I can't go opening day this year. But I am going on 16th of March, which is the day after opening day. So yeah. And then 3 days later, on the 23rd of October, me and my friend decided to take a trip down to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And because we haven't been all year, And yes, we had a fantastic day. It was quiet as usual. The longest we waited for a ride, I think, was about half an hour, and that was for a Nickelodeon streak. And yeah, it was so good to get back on some of my favourite rides, including Icon, Revolution, and of course my favourite, Valhalla, which me and my friend did twice, and we got absolutely dripping wet through. It was absolutely fantastic. And yeah, I can't wait to return to this park next year, hopefully, and ride the new Ice Blast re-theme. And yeah, I hope it was a good visit. And now time for my final trip that I'm going to cover that I did in 2024, and this was on the 1st of November, and this was of Drayton Manor. So this was my first time going to this park after like over 10 years, and yes, it was actually quite a good visit. We managed to get on some new credits for me, including The Wave, Gold Rush, and Accelerator, and they were all actually quite good. The Wave is my favourite, but Gold Rush was a fantastic new addition to the pack. And we got on some cool other rides, including Maelstrom, which made me very ill, and Air Race. So yeah, it's a decent park, but it's not really a thrill park. But I still had a fantastic time, and maybe I will return next year for some more rides on some of these roller coasters. So yeah, that was my 2024 season. So once again, thank you all for watching my Rides with Milan video, and I'm so sorry that I've not been posting for ages, but hopefully I will just be back posting again as usual. So yeah, thank you all for watching my video, and I will be posting most of the time soon. So yeah, like and subscribe, and yeah, just like subscribe please. Alright, thank you guys.